So in this session, what we are going to do is we'll start off with time and work. Okay, a very important topic. So we will be starting with time and work. So I may take two sessions for the concepts. Okay, so I'll try to explain all the important concepts in time and work, and then we will take up questions and previous year questions and model questions also, and we'll start solving it. Okay, so the ideas first two sessions are for the concepts, so we will see different patterns in which they can ask questions. Okay, so the basic thing that you need to know is, see, in time and work we will learn everything together. Time and work, then pipes and cisterns, everything we will learn together. So one important thing is, let's suppose a person A. Now if you are saying that to do a particular piece of work he will take X days. Okay, so to do a particular piece of work he take X days. What does this mean? In one day he can complete how much work? Okay, so you need to assume that one full work means 1, or later we will understand in a percentage way. So you will consider one work need to be completed means you will have to complete 100% of the work. So if you are telling that A can finish a work in X days, means in one day he will complete 1 by X of the work. Okay, similarly another person B can complete the work in Y days. Okay, so if B can complete the work in Y days, what does this mean? In one day he can complete 1 by Y of the work. Okay, so this is what the basic concept. Now the situations will be, C can complete work in Z days, means C can complete 1 by Z of the work in one day. Okay, so now let's look at the possible questions. They will ask you A plus B working together. Okay, how many days it will take to complete the work? So A work for A can finish in X days, B can finish in Y days, A plus B together in how many days? So what you need to know is, in one day A plus B how much they can do, right? So in one day A can do 1 by X, B can do 1 by Y, so A plus B can do 1 by X plus 1 by Y. So this is what A and B can do together in one day. So if you take LCM, you will understand that this is X plus Y divided by XY, right? So this is the work completed in one day. Now if you need to see the total number of days they can take or they will take to complete the work, that will be reciprocal of this, right? So XY divided by X plus Y. So this will be the number of days. Okay, this is your final answer. And what will be this one? This is the work that they done together in one day. Now for example, if you consider a case, A can finish a work in 10 days. Okay, A will finish in 10 days, B will finish in 12 days. Okay, B will finish in 12 days. Now A plus B working together, how many days they can finish? Okay, so A can finish in 10 days means one day A will complete 1 by 10, B will complete 1 by 12 in one day. So together they will complete this much, 1 by 10 plus 1 by 12. So that's what we have seen, 12 plus 10 divided by LCM, that is 120, right? So this is what they can do in one day. Now if you need to see, that means 22 by 120. So if you need to see how many days they will take to complete the work, take the reciprocal of it. Okay, so that is 120 by 22. So if you need to make a formula, you can make a formula based on this, right? So this is A, this is B, and this is AB. So take the reciprocal. Now what if there are three people? So A can finish in X days, B can finish in Y days, C can finish in Z days. So A can finish 1 by X of the work in one day, B will finish 1 by Y, C will finish 1 by Z. So all the three working together, 1 by X plus 1 by Y plus 1 by Z in one day. Now when you take the reciprocal, you will get how many days it will take to complete the work. Now from this you can make a lot of questions like this. First 2 days A and B are working, then next 3 days A, B, C are working. Or see, the questions can be like A can finish in X days, B can finish in Y days, C can finish in Z days. You'll get some numerical values, right? A and B started working together. After 3 days C joins them. Now in how many days the work will be completed? Now they can play around with this. A, B started working together. After 2 days A leaves, so B is working alone. Then after 3 more days C joins in, and then how many days it will take to complete the work. So there are many stories you can make based on this. But the point which I need to tell you is, okay, this is one method, but to make it more easier, you have an alternate method which is based on percentage. So if you have a very good understanding on percentage that we have discussed earlier, the better method will be by using percentage you can calculate the work done faster. It's like this. See, if A can finish a work in X days and B can finish a work in Y days. Okay. So if you need to say that the work is completed, you will have to do 100% of the work. That's the assumption. Okay. So A take X days to complete 100%. So in one day, A can finish 100 by X of the work. Okay. So in one day, A will finish this much percentage. B will finish 100 by Y percentage. Okay. Now with numbers you will understand much better. So here I am actually generalizing. So A complete this much percentage, B complete this much percentage, right? Now see, A and B working together, what percentage will be completed? 100 by X percentage plus 100 by Y percentage work will be completed. Okay. So then you will see together how much they completed, and then you need to divide that from 100. Okay, so let's suppose they together completed 25%. Let's suppose take this value 25%. Then what's your answer? 100 by 25, that is equal to 4 days. I give you an example so that you can understand much better. Let's suppose A take 10 days to complete the work and B take 40 days to complete the work. Okay, so this is a story which is given. A take 10 days, B take 40 days. So A can finish what percentage in one day? See, A take 10 days to complete 100%. So what percentage A will complete in one day? 100 by 10, right? So 100 by 10, that means 10% is what A will complete in one day. How much B will complete in one day? B take 40 days to complete 100%. So in one day, 100 by 40, that is 2.5%, right? Now the question is, A and B together, in how many days they will complete the work? So let's see what percentage of work they will do in one day if both of them are together, right? So A plus B together, what percentage? 10% plus 2.5%. That is 12.5% in one day. So in one day they will complete 12.5%. 2 day, 25%. Okay. So 2 day if they are working together, 25%. So 2 day 25 means 4 day they complete 50%. So to complete 100%, they take 8 days. So the work will be completed in 8 days. This is how you can solve faster. So the basic thing is, you understood here, they complete 12.5% in one day. Now to know how many days it will take to complete 100%, 100 by 12.5. Okay, or 1000 by 125. So you get 8 days. So what we have done is, A take 10 days. So 10% in one day. B take 40 days. So 2.5% in one day. If they are working together, 12.5% in one day. So you can see in how many days they will complete 100%. And we know if you need to say that the work is completed, you will have to complete 100% of the work, right? Now what will be the different questions they can make? Okay, see, they will tell you a person A can finish a work in 10 days. Okay, A can finish in 10 days. B can finish in 20 days. Okay, so B can finish in 20 days. Now the story can be, they started working together. So A plus B together they are working for how many days? They work for 4 days. Okay, they work for 4 days. And after this, B left. Okay, so B left after 4 days. Now you can bring in another person C, that is a different question. But here the question will be, rest of the days A will work alone. So they will ask you how many days A alone worked. Okay, so here in this story the possible questions are, how many days A and B work together? They won't ask you because they said that 4 days, after that B left, right? They can either ask you how many days it took to complete the work total, because that involves A and B working together, then A working together. Or they will ask you how many days A alone worked. That means after this 4 days, how many days it took to complete the work. So let's solve by using the method that we have learned. So what we need to do here is, whatever be the question, let's discuss a method. A take 10 days means in one day A complete 10%. B take 20 days means in one day B complete 5%. Okay, so together A and B working together, they complete 10 plus 5, 15% in one day, and they work for 4 days. So 15 into 4, 60% of the work is completed when B left. Now how much is left out? 40% of the work left out. And this 40% has to be done by whom? A alone have to do this. And A can finish how much in one day? 10%. So to complete this 40%, how many days A will take? 4 days. So initially they together work for 4 days. Now A alone working for 4 days. So the question can be anything. They will ask you how many days A alone worked. Then the answer is this 4. Or they will ask you how many days it took to complete the work. Then the question will be 4 plus 4, 8. I hope this is clear for all of you. Now, see, now you will come across different situations like efficiencies are equal or different efficiencies, etc. Right? So basically, time and work question, the formula is efficiency into time is equal to work. Okay. So we did not started off with the formula because we are not going to use this formula in fact. Okay. So we will use common sense only to solve this question. So we are not interested in using this. But the formula is efficiency into time is equal to work. So this efficiency now, if you look at this, you can see people having same efficiency, you can see different efficiencies. So two different categories of questions you can get based on efficiency alone. Efficiencies are equal and not equal. Okay. Now what do you mean by efficiencies are equal? See, you will get questions like 10 men can finish the work in 100 days. 12 men can finish the work in how many days? This kinds of question. So here, one man and all men have the same efficiency. They all are working in the same way. That's why they can ask you that kind of question. Now when I say efficiencies are different, what does that mean? See, one man can complete the work in this many days. Okay, one man can finish in 10 days. Okay, and one woman or the question will be 10 men can finish the work in 10 days. 15 women can finish the work in 30 days. Okay, so or 3 boys can finish the work in this many days. 4 girls can finish the work in this many days. So here you can see efficiencies are different. Or you will see 3 men and 5 boys can finish the work in this many days. Or 5 cows and 10 calves can complete the grazing field in this many days. Okay, so these are the cases where efficiencies are different because efficiency of boy and the girl is different, efficiency of cow and the calf is different, efficiency of women and men is different. So that's the understanding. Okay, so let me start off with this case where efficiency are equal. Then we will discuss obviously about this case, but this is a difficult case. I'll teach you a better method for that towards the end of this session. Okay. So let's start off with efficiencies are equal. So what are the type of questions? 10 men can finish the work in, let's suppose, 20 days. 12 men can finish the work in how many days? Okay. So this type of question is what we are looking at here in this situation. Or let me give you another way. 10 men can finish the work in 30 days. Okay. Then 12 men can finish in how many days? See, the only thing is men. The assumption is the efficiencies are equal. What happened? Number of men increased. So within that, you are saying that overall efficiency is increased. So what will happen with the time taken? It will come down. See, we are discussing about efficiency into time is equal to work. Okay. So this product and work remain the same, right? So this is constant. So if you remember the previous discussions that we have done in case of percentage, okay, and when we discussed about some ratio proportion, in the variation section I have discussed about this product constancy rule, or this is indirect proportion, inverse proportion, right? So efficiency is inversely proportional to time taken. So if efficiency is increasing, time taken will come down. So if it is 30 days, now when the number of men increased, it has to be less than 30. And we need to know what is this, right? So there are many methods. One is the easiest one that we have discussed already, the percentage or the product constancy rule. Okay, how will you do that? See here, 10 to 12 increase, 2 increase on top of 10. Okay, so 2 is the absolute change, initial value is 10, so 2 by 10. Okay, how will you write? That is 1 by 5 increase. 1 by 5 increase, we know it will lead to 1 by 6 decrease. What is our rule? 1 by x increase will lead to 1 by x plus 1 decrease on the other. So it will lead to 1 by 6 decrease. Okay, so what is 1 by 6 of 30? That's what we need to look. Okay, so if you divide 30 with 6, you'll get 5. So 5 decrease will be there. That means your answer is 25. Your answer is 25. Okay, this is the best method. Okay, we have alternate method also for the same question. Let me discuss with you another method. This is what you will see in textbooks. Okay, so if you see this kind of question, there is a formula like T1 T2 is equal to M2 M1. Okay, T1 by T2 is equal to M2 by M1. See, basically the equation is like this: T1 M1 is equal to T2 M2. Okay, what is T? Time taken, M number of men. T2 time taken, number of men, and T1 M1 is the work done, and T2 M2 is the work done. Since the work is same, you are equating this. So that's what you have written like this. And in this you have one unknown. What is that? T2 is the unknown, right? So time taken in the second instance is the unknown. So you can get the answer by substituting the values like this. Okay, so what is T1? Initially he take so what is T1? T1 is the initial number of days, that is 30. M1 number of men, that is 10. Okay, so into 10, which is equal to T2, that is what we need, X. Okay, into M2 number of men, that is 12, right? So 30 into 10 divided by 12 is equal to X. That is nothing but 25. You get the answer. Okay, so keep this aside. You will get the formula like this only. So I want this for another discussion, another method. Okay, here also you can substitute and you can get the answer, right? T1 is there, T2 is what you need to find out, right? M2 is there, M1 is there. You'll substitute and you'll get the answer 25. Now, let me come back to this. This is a concept that I need to discuss, okay? So here, basically I need to discuss a new concept, what we call as man days, okay? So, man days. Now, what do you mean by man days? It's very simple. Man into days. This is what you mean by man days, okay? So, just multiply the given number of men and into days. So, if you need to say a work is completed, a particular amount of man days is required, okay? So, let's see in the given question, 10 men can finish in 30 days. So, man days means men into day, multiply, that is 10 into 30. So what is that? 300. So if you have this information, 10 men can finish the work in 30 days. The idea is 300 man days are required to complete the work. Okay. So to complete the given work, okay, to complete the given work, what you need? 300 man days are required. Now let me get any questions I can solve with this understanding. Okay, you give me any question, either you can give me number of days and they will ask you how many men is required. Okay, or they will give you number of men and they will ask you how many days it will take. Let me take examples, okay. See, first case I am telling you, I give you number of men, okay. So this is one idea which is given. Now I am changing number of men. Let's suppose I have 12 men. How many days it take to complete the work, okay. So the idea is, how many man days are required? I understood 300 man days. So when I have 12 men, how many days, how many man days remain the same, 300. So how many days it will take? 300 divided by 12, because man days remain the same. Man days means to complete the work you need this many man days, man into days, okay. So man, number of men is given 12. So now man days you already know from this given information. So 300 by 12 you will get 25. Okay, now what is the reverse question? The question will be, see, 10 men can finish a work in 30 days and a contractor want to complete this work in 25 days. So how many more men you need to add, or how many men he need to start with? Okay, so what is given? 10 men can finish in 30 days. So you understood man days is 300. So to complete in 25 days, that means 300 by 25, you need how many men? 12 men. Okay, so now like this, see, they can give you the work need to be completed in 30 days. So 300 by 30, you need 10 men. Or if there are 20 men working, then how many days it will take? So 300 by 20, so 15 men. So this is the idea of man days. So three methods I have discussed for solving this question. One is the traditional method, that the formula will be given T1 by T2. T1 by T2 is equal to M2 by M1. So this formula, this is what you will see in textbooks. Second method is what we have discussed as man days. That is nothing but T1 M1 equal to T2 M2. So basically this is what you applied here to get the formula, but this is not required. That's why I told you formulas are not required. Third method is the best one, that is the product constancy, because that method you can apply across topics if you have good idea about that. Okay, so if one is increasing, the other will have to decrease. Here number of men is increasing, the other will decrease, so use that method. Okay, now the applications of this question will be, you'll get questions like, let's suppose a contractor. Okay, so a contractor, he want to finish a work in 100 days. Okay, he want to finish a work in 100 days. That's a time period which is given. So he started with 50 men. Okay, he started with 50 men and he thought that he can complete the work in 100 days. Okay, so but what happened is, after 50 days, he realized that, see, if you need to complete the work in 100 days, after 50 day or 50th day you should complete 50%, right? Then only in the next 50 days you can complete rest of the 50%. But what happened is, you are able to finish only 40%. So in 50 days you could complete only 40%. So the question can be anything. Now you need to add more men. Then only you can complete in 100 days. With this many men you cannot complete, right? So how many more men you need to complete the work in 100 days? Okay. So what you need to do here? See, 50 men working for 50 days. How many man day? 50 men into 50 day. So 2500 man days. Okay. So 2500 man days is over in 50 day, and you got the information that this is just 40%. This is 40% of the work. So how many man days are required to complete the work? So what is 80%? Twice of it, that is 5000. So 80% is 5000. So 20%, half of this is 40%. 2500 is 40%. So 20% means 1250. So 1250. So 6250 is the original or actual number of man days to complete the work. But he employed 50 men by thinking that 5000 man days would be enough. That's what his assumption, because 100 into 50, 5000. But his assumption was not true. You need 6250 man days. Okay, out of that 2500 completed. What is the balance? Balance is 3750. Now this 3750 you need to complete in how many days? Balance 50 days. So how many men required? So you know this many man days need to be completed with 50 men, so you can get the number of days, or with 50 days you can get the number of men. So 50 days you will get the number of men as 75. So if 75 men are there, you can complete the work in next 50 days. So already you have 50, so how many more men you need to add for the next 50 days? 25 men. This question can be asked in many ways. He started like this to complete this in 100 days, but this is how the work is progressing. So in how many days he can complete? So if that is the case, you add 50, 75, 125. This is the answer. Or if number of men more required after 50 days, the answer is 25 men. Because rest of the 50 days, 75 men have to work, and you have only 50 men with you. I hope this is clear for all of you.